Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Cassie and I have sold over $500,000 worth of t-shirts on Etsy using print on demand. And in less than 2 years, I was able to quit my full-time job and now get to do Etsy and YouTube and Amazon full-time. And this channel is all about helping you do the same thing. This video is going to be all about helping you turn your views into sales. There are a lot of different factors that go into getting your listings seen by customers. This is video 3 in this series. The first one I did, if you missed it, was what is SEO and the basic pro tips you need to know to do it right. So I'll link that in the description below if you missed it and don't quite know exactly how to do SEO. My second video I did was how to make best-selling titles and tags and really optimizing the keywords that you use in your Etsy listing to get it found by the most amount of customers. So again, that was video number 2, and so I will link both of those down in the description so you can go back and watch those if you missed it. So if you follow those 2 videos and have great keywords in your title and your tags and start getting found by customers, then great. But what happens when lots of people are clicking on your listings, favoriting your items, adding it to their cart, but just not buying? This is because a lot of people spend all their time focusing on just the SEO alone. And while I would argue that it is the probably most important thing to make sure that you understand, because if no one can find your item, then no one will buy your item, it's not the only thing to focus on. There's a lot of different pieces that go together to create a best-selling listing that will actually convert viewers into buyers. So instead of optimizing your listings and your store to get views, I want you to start optimizing them to actually get sales. And while these might sound very similar, they're actually very different in practice. And I'll go through a few examples of how to actually optimize your listings and your actual Etsy shop for getting sales. So Etsy ranks you higher in the search results depending on how much buyer action that your listings get. Types of buyer action are your listing getting clicked on, your listing getting favorites, people adding it to their cart, and then when you actually get sales on that item as well. So let's say you did great on your SEO and you're starting to pop up in the search results. The next thing we need to focus on is getting your customers to actually click your listings. The most important piece of that is having a great thumbnail. So you need to make sure that you have the very best photos of your product that you can find. So if you're selling t-shirts or sweatshirts like I am, then you need to find the best mock-up photo out there that's going to make your item look the most flattering for your ideal customer. I really can't stress enough how big of a difference this makes. Don't skimp on your mock-ups and go buy a $20 bundle of 300 pictures. Really cherry pick the best ones that you can find, the most beautiful mock-ups you can find, and this will help you stand out in those search results. Here are a few examples of great mock-ups. I've had a really good experience with hanging mock-ups, flat lay mock-ups, and model mock-ups. I don't think that one really does better than the other. You just want to make sure that they are absolutely gorgeous. And then over time, you'll start to notice that a lot of your better selling listings have the exact same mock-up. And so then you'd want to start using that in more of your listings. You can also split test this by using different mock-ups within the same listing, copying them, and changing out the main photo to figure out what your best-selling mock-up is. The second step to take to make sure that you get customers to actually click on your listing is to make sure that your design is easy to read. You want to use nice, bold fonts. That way, while someone's scrolling through the tiny pictures in the sea of results, they can very quickly and easily understand what your shirt says and if it's what they're looking for. You also don't want to zoom in too far on that actual mock-up. Your design being easy to read from the thumbnail also means that you don't need to zoom in so far on your mock-ups. The whole point of buying those gorgeous mock-up photos is that you can actually see some of the outfit and what's around it that make it a very gorgeous photo. Now that you have great SEO and a great thumbnail, and people are clicking on your listing, now we need to figure out how to convert those shoppers into buyers. The best way to do this is to have 2 to 3 mock-up photos that really showcase your item. They can be 2 to 3 photos of the exact same shirt but in different layouts, like a model mock-up, a flat lay, and a hanging shirt. Or if you offer multiple colors, this can be one really great photo of each color option that's available. None of these should be the mock-ups that come from Printify or Printful. Trust me, these do not do the shirts justice. It's better off just to have one gorgeous mock-up than to have these included at all. So make sure to delete all of the mock-ups that come from Printify or Printful. The next thing you want to have in your listing is a great size chart. One that really showcases how cute the shirt is, but also makes it very easy to understand how to pick the correct size for your item. Next, you want to ideally have at least 1 photo card in your listing, but you could have 2 to 3 depending on what information you think customers really would need to know about your item. These photo cards can be that you offer custom orders. You could make a picture that has 4 different items like a mug, a shirt, a sweatshirt, and a tote bag all next to each other blank, and say if you like this item, message us for custom orders. You could have one that goes over that you print all of the items custom so you don't offer any returns or exchanges, or that this is direct to garment printing and so the ink actually sits into the fabric instead of on top of it like vinyl, so this will last through many, many more washes. You could put a review that you've gotten on some of your shirts or on a particular item. Or you could even have a photo card that goes over the bulk discount options that you have available. Next, you want to make sure that you have a great description that would answer any question that your customer might have. You don't want to use just the generic description that the print-on-demand companies give you because it doesn't look very professional. I'll put a pretty basic one in the description of this video that you're welcome to use or edit how you like, but spend some time and see what your competitors might have in their descriptions that you could add to yours as well. Then you want to make sure that you have a lot of 5-star reviews. If you're a new seller, you could ask friends or family to buy an item from you and leave a review, especially a photo review if you can. Or you can ask your customers that purchase from you to review your item after they get it delivered. Having great reviews shown for even just your shop, if not necessarily for that exact item, really helps to give the buyer more security and knowing they'll be getting a great item from you. Lastly, you can include a link to your actual shop at the bottom of your description to try and keep the shopper with you if you didn't have exactly what they were looking for. And if they click on your shop, you want to make sure that your Etsy shop is as professional as you can make it. So you want to make sure to have a professional logo, a great banner at the top of your Etsy shop that shows off some of your best-selling products or ones that just look great. You want to have your About Me section at the bottom of your shop filled out, all of the frequently asked questions, and all of your shop policies. If you'd like me to do a video on optimizing your actual Etsy store, then go ahead and comment down below if that's something you all would be interested in. Once you have all of those pieces perfect, then when you get someone to actually click on your listing, they'll be much more likely to add it as a favorite, add it to their cart, and ideally end up buying it. And then when one person buys your item, it boosts it in the search results, and hopefully many others will purchase it now as well. I hope that this video was helpful to you and that making these small tweaks to your listings in your Etsy store help to make you many, many more sales in the future. Please consider subscribing if you found this video helpful and you'd like to see more content like this in the future. And as always, I am still answering all of the comments on my YouTube videos. So if you do have any questions, feel free to put them in the comment section down below, or go ahead and click the link in my description for my one-on-one calls and shop reviews if you want a more personalized experience and have more of your questions answered. Thank you so much again for staying until the end and supporting my new little channel, and we'll see you in the next one.